There are loads of ways to make coins within EAFC Ultimate Team. Playing games, going through the various game modes, trading, or even using your real money on FC points. But today, we're looking long term. We're looking at investing, ways in which you can buy into players or various other items, hold them, and as time goes on, gradually they will increase. But before we do get into the video, if you really want to push ahead and have loads of coins to play with, either to put into investments or do whatever it is you want to do, then there is no better place than U4GM. U4GM offers cheap, fast and reliable EAFC coins. Simply use the link in the description down below, select how many coins you would like, the platform you play on, and it's as simple as that. To make this even better, if you use code Fanatic at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Thank you U4GM for sponsoring today's video. Now, there isn't one set way to invest. There are loads of different ways, loads of different methods, and there will be loads of different situations where it's a good idea to buy into players. One of the fastest turnarounds, and also likely to be one of the most profitable, is when you do know any upcoming promos or events that EA plan to host. Now, unfortunately, this is one of those things that's easier said than done. Of course, if you know what's coming up next, you're able to buy into players for the various SBCs or challenges and watch them increase as the event starts, and everyone else needs to buy into those exact players. But this isn't something that we can all cover within this one video. I recommend with this to join various other Ultimate Team communities, those who do get access to the various leaks, and share that with everyone, share it with the public. Those are going to be the best ways in which you can get ahead. If you couldn't tell, this also isn't one that I actively pursue just because I can only spend a certain amount of time each week playing Ultimate Team, as there are various other channels that I need to go through and also run my own business. So I go for something a bit more vanilla. I look for any players that count as SBC fodder, and those type of players are 83 rated and above. I can't tell you what type of SBCs will release, but what I can tell you is that it's guaranteed at some point there will be an SBC that requires a rating. In fact, it's already happening. And whenever there is something that requires a rating, it means that you're going to have players above a certain rating. It's as simple as that. But occasionally there will be SBCs that EA release that have way more demand than others. And when that happens, there'll be an increase in the amount of people that are looking to buy into high rated players, forcing their prices to increase. Now, they may not increase by an absolutely ridiculous amount, but it's better than nothing. So what I would tend to do is whenever players are at their lowest, and you could check this by looking at graphs on FootWiz or FootBin, whenever a player starts to get towards their lower end, that is when I buy into them. There will always be players within Ultimate Team who have a high rating and are absolutely amazing within real life, but due to their stats, their position, their nationality, their league, their team, whatever it may be, they may not fit the meta of Ultimate Team. Now you have a high rated player who actually doesn't go for that much, way below other players who are more desirable within game, who could potentially be going for hundreds of thousands of coins. Look at a player such as Harry Kane. Harry Kane being a 90 rated player is great, and we can all agree that he is an absolutely amazing player in real life, but he only goes for about 40,000 coins. When there are other strikers, some even at a lower rating than him, or even in some cases the exact same rating as him, and they're going for much more, 100k, 200k, 300k plus. Harry Kane could be one of those players that you buy into for 40,000 coins, just hold into your club, and whenever an SBC releases which requires you to have an extremely high rated team and there's demand for that SBC, you could very likely see Harry Kane's price increasing, just like it did many times throughout FIFA 23. Harry Kane isn't the only player, there's quite a lot. Benzema's another one, 90 rated player going for about 40,000 coins. Casemiro, 89 rated player going for around 23,000 coins. High rated goalkeepers in general tend to settle at a much lower price compared to others. There also seems to be a lot of high rated female football players who don't seem to be going for that much. There are certainly some which are exceptions and they stand out, but there's also many more who are going for 10, 20, 30k despite having 87 plus rated cards. These types of players you can buy into, you can store into your club, And when an SBC rolls around, which these players can be used for, you can either sell these players on for profit, or you can go and complete that challenge for a fraction of the price compared to everyone else. Another type of investment that can be used, and one that I've always used, is special card investing. Now this one is similar to the previous one in that there will be a challenge which requires you to have some type of special card, whether it be generic in that you can submit any type of special card, or it being specific requiring you for a team of the week or a ones to watch card or whatever it may be. The team of the weeks are also different to the likes of fodder. With any type of rare gold player, yes, they will increase when there is demand for that type of player when an SBC releases, but at the exact same time, those players will always be within packs. Whereas with any type of special card, it's only in packs for a period of time. And the second the promo ends is also the moment that these players are no longer available within packs. The only way to get them is to go and buy them off the transfer market. But what ends up happening is when we have SBCs which require you to submit a team of the week player, no one's going for the highest rated team of the weeks, the most expensive team of the weeks in order to complete them. They're going for those cheap ones, those at 10, 20, 30, maybe even 40,000 coins, depending on the requirements. And it's those players who gradually lose their supply. Now, we're not going to see a massive hit to these players' supply within the first couple of weeks, but however, in a month or two, there will be a fraction available compared to what's available right now, and this leads them gradually increasing. This in itself is not a new thing. This has happened to every single Ultimate team. And what tends to happen is we go through this type of video, and I suggest that you should buy one of each player that's relatively cheap as part of the team of the week. Buy them, store them to your club, and hold on to them. And many people argue that it's not going to work this year, but yet again, it always does. And with this, if you are only buying into those who are at their lowest point, we're talking 10,000 coins where you can discard them for a couple hundred coins less. These are somewhat risk-free. It's not going to be a fast turnaround where you buy them and then a few hours later, they've doubled in value. This will be the case of buying them, holding on to them, and within a few months down the line, you'll be able to sell them for potentially double their price, depending when you are selling. It's not glamorous investing, but you need to take into consideration that within those months, whilst these players are gradually increasing, most of the rare gold players will start to decrease. There are some players which are top tier, such as Mbappe, who release with the Ultimate Edition and may be worth a couple million, and then gradually they start to increase throughout the month of October. Then by November, there's a lot more higher rated players, and then gradually starts to go down. But for most gold players, they will lose their value, which is certainly a plus with this type of team of the week investing, where they are increasing on the back end. What I tend to do as part of a weekly routine is every Wednesday before a new team of the week releases, I will spend however many coins I want. Typically, it is 50% of what I've been able to trade as profit over the last week, but that's normally way more than enough for me to buy every single player that fits within my parameters. And what I look for are cheap team of the week players, anywhere between 10,000 up to 25,000 coins, depending who they are. I will also go for any other type of silver or bronze team of the week, just because they tend to be packed less often compared to anything else. And their prices tend to fluctuate way more, where it does seem like one day they may be worth 10,000 coins and then someone tries to price fix them and then all of a sudden they go to their max price. And I tend to jump in at that point to go and sell them off. I know this video isn't glamorous. There's a lot of people wanting to make millions over the next couple of days and not the next couple of months, but this is something that will work for you if you have the patience, or if you know you're still going to be playing Ultimate Team a few months down the line. I know I will. I've been playing for a long time, and as said earlier, I don't always have the ability to constantly keep on milking this game for several hours every single day. So when I do need to take time off to work, I know that I'm still making coins with these types of investments within the background. If you do want to be a bit more active with Ultimate Team and start generating a lot more coins immediately, then I highly recommend clicking the video on screen. That video will go through risk-free trading methods that you can use to start making coins with ease. So click that and I'll be over there to guide you through absolutely everything.